Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. And with me today, I have the wonderful favorite guest, Casey Briggs. Casey's in the building. Casey, what do you got to say?
Fire JBL.
And we are here to talk about WWE Payback preview and predictions. You know what, Casey? We got to get more into the new stuff. I try not to give too much of an opinion on certain things so I hear the whole story. But, yeah, screw JBL for that Moro Ronaldo stuff. I'm on Team Moro with that. Yeah, you guys are garbage for that. Nice that you bought him out, though. But we're here to talk about Payback, guys. Casey, what do you think of the card overall? Are you excited for this show? Do you not care?
It seems like a big like it's kind of weird. Like I get the WWE was trying to like reinvigorate themselves post Mania by doing this superstar shakeup, but it kind of just screwed Payback as a pay-per-view because a lot of the matches, several of the matches on the card involve people that are now on two different shows, so they haven't really been able to build up these matches. Like these people are involved in storyline, like pushing other storylines leading to the next pay-per-view after Payback and stuff. But we're stuck watching these stupid video packages that are trying to promote these matches for Payback. It's very bizarre, absolutely weird, and it just has me kind of like about the pay-per-view.
Yeah, very clusterish, I'll say, for lack of better terms. But we'll get right into the show. We have the Kickoff Show. The first segment looks like it'll be the Miz and Maryse hosting MizTV with a guest of Finn Balor. Is this the new feud where they're going? Did they pull away from the Bray Wyatt stuff? I'm confused as to where they're going with this. What do you see coming from this segment?
I don't know. I hope that this is what they're doing, and they're backing off of the Bray Wyatt Finn Balor thing, because as you and I have talked about, that's a no-win situation. Because clearly they're not going to have Finn Balor lose his first big feud, and so feeding Bray Wyatt to him, it would be like, well, we're about to kill any momentum that Bray Wyatt would have by feeding him to Finn Balor. So I would actually like seeing The Miz is great. The Miz is a great heel. He'll be able to sell it. Finn Balor isn't the greatest on the mic, but Miz will be able to pick up the slack. So
carry him through the segment. Hopefully, and Miz can afford to lose because he'll still look great within that loss.
Yeah. Because he'll be losing to one of the very top guys, which I know that losses to me still matter, absolutely, but okay.
Well, it still matters. It's just it only matters when it's John Cena, and they tell everyone else something else.
Like, just hopefully the Miz after he feuds with Finn Balor can move on to something else where he can be successful.
Yeah, he needs to be putting it into a better program right now. I feel like the mid-card on Raw is sort of in this weird shuffle, and they're all lost because Brock's not there.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But, I mean, also, Miz is doing stuff with Dean Ambrose, so, I don't know.
I guess, and then that leads into what happened on Monday with Bray and the whole other ordeal. The first match on the Kickoff Show, Casey, we got Enzo Amore, Big Cass taking on Gallows and Anderson for the Kickoff Show. I don't know why this match is really happening.
You misspoke. You didn't mean to say for the Kickoff Show. You meant to say for the 1,000th time.
Oh, no, I'm sure we've seen this match way too often, and this isn't for any number one contendership or anything else, so I don't know why we're seeing this match. But... yeah. Hopefully it turns out okay.
I'll take the good guys with this one.
Okay, so you're going to go with, let me get my handy-dandy piece of paper here so I can keep track of all this. So you're going with Anderson and Gallows? Just kidding.
Uh,
Okay.
I just kind of feel like I don't know. Like that's a hard one to predict. Both teams are kind of floundering right now.
Yeah, Raw's tag division got screwed up a lot, I think, by the Hardys coming back, and I think they don't know what to do, and now the Revival's out, so I think plans got put on hold for that too.
Yeah.
But I will agree with you for right now, and I'm going to say Enzo and Cass get the victory as well. I don't know. I feel weird. I feel like they're trying to break Enzo, Amore, and Big Cass up. Maybe that's just me. I'm just seeing little things that I'm like, nah, man, they're definitely trying to pull some shit on us.
They're definitely at least like planting the seeds for it. They're definitely kind of like they did before when Enzo was injured. They tested the waters for Big Cass being solo. They kind of did that on Raw with Enzo being taken out, and so then you saw Big Cass with what was it, Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. You know, like so they were kind of testing the waters there. It felt like seeing how Big Cass looked with the top stars on Raw. So I don't know. I don't think it's the right time for them to break them up. I personally don't really see dollar signs on Big Cass as a solo star. I kind of feel like everyone,
but he has to change up his character and be a little bit more serious, I feel.
Yeah, I just feel like they're the modern day New Age outlaws, and neither one of them's going to succeed solo.
Yeah, to switch subjects real quick, I could see a future possibly for Enzo, though, if this doesn't work out, similar to Titus O'Neil. I think Titus O'Neil starting that Titus brand and being a manager, I think that could be a better way for him to go.
It could be, for sure. And I was just going to say that the only way I could see Big Cass succeeding as a single star is if he still had Enzo at his side as a manager. That way he still has the mouthpiece. Enzo's still there as the hype man and able to get involved when need be. But that's the only way I ever see Big Cass succeeding as a single star.
Let's get into the main card here. First match, let's talk about Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe. This is a feud that I've been very interested in. I think that it has a lot of positivity coming from it with the actual injury and what's been going on with both guys. Rollins got the victory over Triple H. I feel in this match, I'm going to go with Samoa Joe for the win. He needs it. He has the momentum, and I think he's a future main event player. He needs this victory more than Rollins. While Rollins, I feel, needs more character development, is what I think I read from Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I kind of agree. What's compelling about this dude? Why should we care? He was a jerk for so long, so now tell me why I should like him. He needs something added to his character to make us believe, like, yeah, I should like this guy.
I agree. However, I'm still going to go with Seth Rollins with the win. Just WWE logic. I'm trying to view it from their viewpoint, and so yeah, I've read certain reports here and there about Vince not necessarily being 100% on Samoa Joe. Also, like, I don't know, like I feel like they've just done a terrible job of building some of these matches for this pay-per-view. Like, I don't know, like they've done a terrible job of like establishing Samoa Joe as the authority's enforcer and stuff. It's just bad storytelling right now. Bad storytelling. It's just a jumbled mess.
I will take it. That's our first disagreement there. Let's do the tag team title match next. We got the Hardy Boys versus Sheamus and Cesaro. Are you digging the Sheamus Cesaro combo any more than before?
Nope. That was easy.
That was a simple answer.
Any other brain busters?
The Hardy Boys return. I'm still in the nostalgia feeling of it. If people don't know, out of Edge, Christian, the Dudleys, and the Hardys were always my favorite. I just like their act. I've always liked those guys, and I don't know. I always thought they were compelling characters. I say let the Hardy Boys keep the titles and keep running with them easily on this one.
I agree. I agree on this one. The Hardy Boys retain. Sheamus, Cesaro need to break up. Oh, man, I was really hoping Cesaro could have gone over to SmackDown in the shakeup.
Me too.
It is what it is. It posted it in the group. It's just absolutely ridiculous that so many legends of pro wrestling like praise Cesaro, and yet Vince just doesn't see anything in him. It's crazy to me. Cesaro's the man. He needs to break up from Sheamus and hopefully make something of himself as a single star. But Hardy's retained in this one.
Yeah, he needs someone to help him out.
And by the way, Jeff Hardy sucks. I said it. He sucks.
You know, I'm more of a Matt fan myself, but I like the Hardys no matter what at the end of the day. I don't hate Jeff, but I do think Matt is the better wrestler, and everyone looks at me like, you're crazy. And I'm like, I've been saying this since like 03. Everyone just thinks I'm weird.
Well, I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. All Jeff Hardy is a stunt man. That's all he is. Like, I'm just going to climb something really tall and do a flip off of it through some ladders or something or some tables. That's all Jeff Hardy is a stunt man. Take that away from him, and how compelling is he?
And just to be a jerk real quick, the whole thing of Jeff's always been better than Matt, or he's been in a better position, I disagree. I definitely think the Mattitude followers with Shannon Moore in SmackDown of 02, 03-ish, that was way better than anything Jeff was doing on Raw. Like, I thought that Matt was killing it, and they just didn't give him the chance that he deserved. With that,
I agree.
I thought it was great, but
I completely agree.
I digress.
We'll see what happens when they inevitably break up here on Raw.
Ooh, can I give a quick prediction? I definitely want to see Bray Wyatt get his brother Bo to join the Wyatt family and fight those two then when they're broken Hardys. That would be money, I feel.
That would be awesome. Absolutely.
Once again, no more digression. Neville versus Aries. I got this one wrong last time for the WrestleMania show, but this time I think I'm going to be right. But Casey, who do you got going over in this match here? This 205 Live special.
I'll go with Aries this time around. I'll go with Aries. They didn't pull the trigger at Mania. I think they're going to pull the trigger this time.
I have Aries this time as well. I think that you have to give it to him. I think Neville's a strong enough character to also where he could challenge for this belt one or two more times, but he doesn't need this title anymore. Neville has shown that he is a great heel, and he's risen above this. And at one point, he was my favorite actor on Raw, I would say. He was killing it. There's something there. WWE's got to tap into some of this stuff.
Oh, I agree, but I don't know. It's hard for me to get excited about anything from 205 Live. Like,
you don't watch it every week?
No, I don't watch. I don't watch it every week.
No one does.
And it's just, I would possibly if it was on like a Thursday or Friday night or even a Saturday night, like make it its own actual show. Like I don't know. I just film it from
part of NXT. Like Wednesday night, you only get an hour of wrestling. And then there's times I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, I wish something else was on WWE Network. I'm still down to watch, but
yeah, perhaps, absolutely. So it needs something instead of just feeling like it's just tacked on, like, oh, during commercial break, all the dudes on Raw ran out and changed the damn ring ropes and like now this is 205 Live. No, it's stupid. It's stupid. And then just being filmed after SmackDown, like, I don't know. It's lame. It's lame. And
with the half
so it's hard for me to, yeah, exactly. So it's hard for me to get excited about anything having to do with 205 Live. Which sucks because I respect the hell out of the guys that are on it. Austin Aries, Neville, Jack Gallagher. Like, these guys are amazing. Notice how I didn't say TJ Perkins.
That guy's boring. I like TJ Perkins.
Hey, he's talented in the ring, but he's super boring. He has zero personality. I would rather just spend 20 minutes staring into my fridge trying to figure out what I'm having for dinner.
All right, we're not going to bury my guy TJP. Shout out to TJP. Shout out to Rich Swann to need more of that guy on TV. We get to the U.S. title match. I think 2 of the 4 of these last 4 matches are pretty much knockdown no-brainers. Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho. Casey, I'm not going to speak. I got Kevin Owens taking this. It should be plain and simple as to why.
Chris Jericho all the way. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Kevin Owens, obviously. Though I do think it would be awesome for WWE to like play on people's expectations. Because they're like, well, obviously Kevin Owens has been like building these feuds, this feud and whatnot over on SmackDown. So clearly so I actually think it would be awesome if they actually had Jericho win. But obviously with his contract and everything, like Kevin Owens is going to win this match and stay on SmackDown.
Real quick though, I will say this. I do like the fact that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, no matter how much they want to get away from each other, I think that's kind of cool that it's like, oh, this dude wound up on the same show as me again. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
And also that I think Kevin Owens, if you take him away from SmackDown, it hurts SmackDown really big as far as top heels are going.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do it. Even though I did like the stable thing that they were looking like they were doing with him and Joe, and then plans just went kaput with that.
That's what I'm saying. Like Samoa Joe being the enforcer of the authority. It's like, what happened to that? And so that's kind of like dropping the ball on the whole storyline with him and Seth Rollins and stuff. It's been a very poor build. Like I said, several matches are like that. It sucks.
Yeah, I forget it. We get to the Raw Women's Championship match. We have Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss was one of the people who came over from the SmackDown brand. She was a big deal over there. Raw is doing a good job of propping her up and putting her in the top mix with the rest of the girls. But in this match, who do you have going over, Casey? And are you just interested in Bayley first? Let me ask that question, because I've been hearing a lot of like, I don't like Bayley. Bayley sucks. I don't see what you see in her. We had a conversation about this in the Everything Pro Wrestling group. I don't know. A lot of people aren't feeling Bayley anymore, and I don't hate Bayley. I think it's the content she's being given right now.
Yeah, I don't think she sucks. She's still a great wrestler.
Verbally on the mic, I mean.
I've said since day one. You can back me up on this. I've told you since day one that of the 4 horsewomen, she is far and away the weakest when it comes to the mic and character-wise and everything. It's just like, it's just hard to be super goody two-shoes, like on the mic all the time and be compelling. And so from day one, she's been the weakest as far as mic skills and everything. Plus, like, it's just the way she talks. Not even just the content of what she's saying, it's the way she says it. Like her voice, her inflection, everything. It seems very much like I'm just standing here and saying what I'm saying off the script. And
trying to perpetuate her as a child, kind of. I know that sounds bad.
No, it kind of is. It kind of is. She seems like those. Like, we all know at least one girl like that who's like in her mid to late 20s, who's super obsessed with cats and like acts like a little kid, and like it's like, you're an adult. You should act like an adult. Like, it's kind of weird that you're still acting that way.
There's nothing wrong with wearing a Cats with Donut shirt, folks. Fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with wearing a cat shirt. It's like it's just when they're super obsessed, like to the fact where they're like wearing cat ears, wearing like have cat cell phone cover, wearing cat everything, and it's just kind of like, it's a little weird. It's a little childish. You should grow up a little bit, and I do feel that way about Bayley a little bit. Like,
my question is, when are we going to get Baron Corbin in one of those wolf shirts? And where do you get those from? I've been wondering that for all these years.
Yeah. Just rocking some old school, like, APA jeans, like those tight dad jeans with one of those wolf T-shirts.
This is going down the fashion police. Shout out to Breeze Dongle for getting that big win for the #1 contendership.
Finally.
Exactly.
Finally.
And they seemed like they were playing baby faces. A lot of face and heel turns, too, on people for no reason. Like,
yeah.
Dude, I'm not even going to get into the character development. Why?
Like Charlotte all of a sudden it looks like they're pushing her towards a face on SmackDown.
Yeah, after last night.
The way she's getting jumped by, and it's just kind of like why are they swapping so many people? Like, it's weird.
Yeah. Who do you have for Bayley Bliss though?
I'm hoping it's Bliss. Bliss is one of my favorites. She is solid. She's good in the ring. She's good on the mic. She's a good heel. And personally, I think she's better than Bayley.
This is a tough one to call, man, because
I mean, I can see WWE still wanting to keep the strap on Bayley, but
that's what I predicted. That's why I have circled right now. I'm going to stick with my prediction. I'm going to go with Bayley, so that it leads to Bayley versus Sasha still in the future. But then again, they don't need the belt.
Mm-hmm.
But if Bliss wins, who's she going to feud with? Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. You know what? Should I? I'm leaving it. It's Bayley. I'm leaving it Bayley. That's it. I'm going to stick with what I first had. I'm this close to changing it. And then this next match, I don't even want to go on a rant about it. Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt in a House of Horrors match.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, not House of Horrors? Ric Flair's not excited about this? Oh, okay.
Hey, prayers sent to Ric Flair's fiance who was in a car accident. Sorry to hear about that.
Absolutely.
Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt. We don't know what this match is. It's going to be something that ends up in the ring.
Can I just say something? Did you hear what Randy Orton said last night?
No.
I don't know what a House of Horrors match is, but I think I'm going to find out this Sunday. Oh, do you think, Randy? Maybe that's because you're booked in the damn match. So maybe you are going to find out what it is. What a dumb thing to say. I think I'm going to find out this Sunday. Well, I would hope so. I hope you're showing up for the goddamn match. Jesus Christ, Randall.
Casey, this feud has to have the most highs and lows. It's like a roller coaster feud. It started off like, this is pretty dumb. It's going up the hill, and I'm like, wow, this is getting pretty good. They're on a good feud. And then all of a sudden, you get to towards the end, like week or two before Mania, then all of a sudden Mania hits, and I'm like, whoa, what happened to this feud? And now it's just going right down. And we know that Bray Wyatt was supposedly promised by management that he would get the belt back this summer. And it doesn't appear that since he's been traded to Raw that that's going to happen now. So I feel Bray feels duped, and he is not in a good place, and he's here just to put Randy over one last time, doing the honors before he switches brands. Their thing.
What I equate this feud to is we all remember playing Roller Coaster Tycoon growing up. Remember when you would just not finish your roller coaster and just hit that test button to test out your roller coaster, and you would just see it fly off the end of the track, just crash? That's what this feud is. It's not even like just on a low anymore. It's just it's crashed and burned. It is terrible. I am hoping that is this match for the title?
Yes, that's what I was under the impression.
Because I've heard yes and no. I've seen conflicting reports. And I'll be honest with you, in defense of the no's, I can't recall any of the video packages promoting the match specifically stating that it is a rematch for the WWE Championship. They literally just say it's a House of Horrors match between Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. There's no mention of the WWE Championship in the promos for it. So here's my caveat. If it is for the title, Randy Orton wins, obviously, to keep the belt on SmackDown. If it's not for the title, I have Bray Wyatt winning. That way, they can make him look strong going off to Raw, and then maybe he enters a feud with, for maybe the Intercontinental title or something. Like,
yeah,
I
would agree with you 100% on that. Here's the problem. I didn't watch Talking Smack. Did Jinder Mahal give the title back?
I don't know. I did not watch Talking Smack either.
And Jinder Mahal will now be referred to as Hardbody Mahal. You know what? I guess it's time to just speak on that too. There was an issue in the group about the whole Jinder Mahal thing, and that people should complain. The problem isn't that Jinder Mahal got the push, guys. The problem that people are having is how Jinder Mahal was given the push. You can't have people be losers and then give them title shots. That would be like the Brooklyn Brawler all of a sudden getting a title shot because he won a six-pack challenge, and then you expect me to take it seriously at a pay-per-view, because I wouldn't. Jinder Mahal also looks like he is screaming, "Test me," for anything. And I don't care if Jinder says he's not on it. I hope you're not on it, Jinder Mahal, because it's unhealthy and I don't want to see anything bad happen to you. But I am going to accept this for right now, and I want to see what you're going to do. You impressed me last night with your mic skills and how you came out and how you reacted with everything with the Bollywood boys, and it's a good little push for them. But the people have a right to be upset about that. I don't care what anyone says.
It's the same as when actually it's not the same. I was about to say it's the same as when last year when Dolph Ziggler all of a sudden just was the #1 contender for the WWE title. And like, I'll say it, it's not the same actually, because at least prior to that, Dolph Ziggler had main event experience. Like, Dolph Ziggler was a former champion and had that caliber on his resume. Jinder Mahal has nothing like that. He literally has just been a schmuck, a jobber. And okay, so you're trying to say that these six-pack challenges, like, anything can happen. I'll buy that. I'll bite. So, okay, something crazy happened, and this jobber was able to jump on what's his name and get the 1, 2, 3. And okay, but he should absolutely get destroyed by Randy Orton in 10 seconds. Because everything, like, that's what his push has told me. That it was a 100% fluke for him to win that six-pack challenge. And everything prior to that is, I mean, he's a jobber. That's all he is. He's not a main eventer. He's not at that WWE Championship caliber. So that's where my problem comes in. That's where the disconnect is. This dude can joke. And all of a sudden he's wrestling for the title. For the most prestigious title in pro wrestling. So pardon me if I'm a little upset. And as for anyone like bitching about other fans bitching, like, I'm always willing to like argue in the group. I love arguing with people. It's what gets me out of bed in the morning. It truly is. So I might tell people that their opinion's dumb and stuff, but like, absolutely have your opinion. Absolutely voice your opinion. We're the reason that these people have the job that they have. So we absolutely have every right to voice our opinion on it. Just like any other show or any other movie, everyone has their right to an opinion about what they're paying to watch. So for someone to be like, fans to just shut the hell up and just accept the shit that is being shoveled down their throat by WWE, fuck that. That's what I have to say to that. Fuck that. I'm not just going to sit here and gobble up the fucking, oh, please, Vince McMahon, give me more of that bullshit. No, fuck that. I have an opinion about the storytelling that I'm watching. And even though it's this kayfabe world, this fake sport, I still want the story to make sense. It's just like when I turn on The Walking Dead, or I turn on The Flash, or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or any show that I watch. I get that it's a fake show. It's not reality, but I still want the story to make sense.
You want to get lost in the show that you think it's real for a minute.
Yeah, like, I still want the magic of good storytelling and taking me on a journey that I love, that's enjoyable. And that doesn't mean that everything goes the way I want it to all the time. There's plenty of times where shit happens in a show and I'm like, holy crap. What? but that's part of the journey. If it's done well, even though it's something that I didn't like, if it was done well and made sense, okay, I can get behind that and let me see where we're going next. But WWE does this shit where it doesn't make sense. They just like flip random switches and hit random buttons and they're like, let's see what we can throw at them next. No, it's stupid and does not make any sense. And for people to sit there and be like, well, you should just shut the hell up and accept it because it's a fake sport show. Like, no, fuck you. They're the reason. I'm one of the reasons they have that job. So, pardon me if I have an opinion about it.
JC, I couldn't have said that any better, truthfully. We get to the main event. It comes down to Roman Reigns. Rest in peace to his brother Rosie. Great character. Definitely someone who had huge potential in the wrestling business. Sad to see someone's life lost. And sorry for Roman Reigns' family to go through that right now. With so many deaths in pro wrestling, it's something that you get sick and tired of talking about. You become numb to this stuff. But sad to hear that happen. Versus Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman's been killing it. He's been doing a good job. He threw Kalisto in a dumpster, and then he pushed him off of the small stage. Not as good as New Age Outlaws, but it's up there. As far as dumpsters getting pushed off stages.
Can I say something about that match real quick though?
Go ahead.
It was a stupid match.
Absolutely, because
the fact that the way that they've been building Braun up, for him to struggle at all with Kalisto was stupid. That match should have lasted all of 5 seconds. It should have been him Chewbacca slapping Kalisto and tossing his lifeless body in a dumpster. That should have been the match. But the fact that like Kalisto was getting this offense and Braun Strowman was like struggling and everything, then we had the like Big Show stepping through a table moment, basically. Like it was just dumb.
Yeah, they just look silly sometimes the way they portray them.
Like that's what I'm talking about. Like in my previous segment about making sense. Like the way they built Braun up, he should not have struggled with the pissant that is Kalisto. No offense, Kalisto. Go to 205 Live and have a blast. But you should not be wrestling Braun Strowman. You shouldn't even be getting offense in against Braun Strowman. Or if you do get offense in, he should be no-selling it. Like, it was dumb, and it looked stupid.
Where do you see WWE going with this, Casey, though? I mean, Lesnar is obviously the champion. Is this going to be a triple threat? Because I can see this match being a no contest in some weird way, or them trying to do something to where like they both get speared through the barricade and no one gets up. But where do you see them going with this? Because this is kind of a hard match to predict.
I would prefer if it was. I would prefer if it ended in a no contest or some sort. No winner, because I would prefer that it became that it was a triple threat match. Like I said, the way they've been building Braun up, he should not lose. They made a mistake at Fastlane before WrestleMania by having Roman Reigns beat Braun Strowman. That took a little bit of the shine off of Braun Strowman. Anyone who says different is crazy, in my opinion. Like I absolutely think it took some of his shine away. He's managed to get it back since then. He's looked very, very good the last few weeks. That being said, I also understand the position that Roman's in, that WWE has Roman Reigns in. He's their dude. He's their top face on Raw. Whether we think he should turn heel or not, it doesn't look like it's happening. So I understand. Again, you and I talked about this quite frequently, how WWE writes themselves into these no-win situations. So if they have one of them win, it's not really a win because it's detrimental to the other person. And as much as I dislike Roman Reigns, I understand that his character shouldn't lose right now. Coming off of the big win over Undertaker at Mania, going into a possible title match against Brock Lesnar, he should not lose. Nor should Braun Strowman. So somehow I agree, no contest, whatever. Like, they both go on to face Brock Lesnar.
I want to say no contest is my first answer as well. I don't see anybody winning this. You can't. You have to have another match, which will hold off for another month, and then you can either decide if it's what you want to do for SummerSlam. Because SummerSlam will be a big card. What's the matchup's going to be? You have a lot to mess around with for SummerSlam. SummerSlam should be a stacked show, easily by WWE. But that is it, folks, for our preview and predictions for WWE Payback 2017. I have the match card listed in the description box below. I want to hear what you guys think on the YouTube video, on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you see this video. Who do you guys have winning this match? Who do you think should win? What do you think should happen? Are you digging the product? Are you hating it right now? We want to know that. Give us a follow on Twitter. All that stuff's in the description box below. Leave a like on the video. Send us a comment. And I appreciate your support. The show wouldn't be a show without you guys, and you guys are the best. Thank you. Casey, got anything to say?
Baby Bridge 21 on social media. Can't wait for my ECW Hall of Fame class. Needs to happen in the next couple years.
Folks, we are out. Peace.